is something magical about the way young minds experience the thrill of discovery. There's something equally magical about a mission that identifies talent and nurtures it and lets it blossom. There's something wonderful that happens to a restless mind when it is recognized and encouraged and given the freedom to grow. There's something amazing about the spirit of exploration, the way it drives scholars and researchers to walk on familiar paths yet uncover new knowledge. There's something truly challenging yet rewarding about being a teacher, guiding young explorers as they experiment, question, and step into the vast realm of knowledge. There's something beautiful in the way children learn when they're free to explore and discover. Every child carries a spark of creativity, a spark of innovation, a spark the society needs by making science joyful, hands-on, and inspiring. And there's something equally wonderful about an institution that celebrates and applauds brilliance without restraint. This spirit, legacy of late Dr. KVRSS, a man of vision, passion, and unwavering love for science and mathematics. Through 2.5 decades, society has carried forward this journey to ignite young minds, to recognize brilliance, and to inspire generations, to discover, to question, and to shine. To all the brilliant minds he has celebrated, to every supporter who has stood with us, and to everyone who believes in the power of science, we say thank you. The Dr. K.V. Rao Scientific Society extends a warm welcome to you. Come, be part of this journey of discovery, curiosity, and inspiration.
Distinguished guests. Hello, check. Good evening, distinguished guests. Hope you're able to hear me well. Yes, so everybody here after a good grand lunch, thank you all for joining. A warm welcome to our distinguished guests, teachers, students, and science fraternity. Request you all to please settle down comfortably in the seats. We warmly welcome you to the 26th annual day of Dr. K.V. Rao Scientific Society, popularly known as KVRSS. This is Padma Rangan, your returning anchor from last year. I will be taking you through the action-packed events for the next few hours. Friends, what is the singular objective of these sessions and the time and effort KVRSS invests in you year after year? Can you guess what is just one simple objective for KVRSS? By the end of the session, we are just hoping to elevate your scientific consciousness. That's just the singular objective for us here. We especially welcome and thank our media partners who are helping us promote the reach of this program beyond the auditorium. We also welcome our digital audience who are watching this event live stream on YouTube. So it's a wide variety beyond what we are seeing here. Dr. K.V. Rao Scientific Society was started in the year 2001, and over the 26 years, the society has received consistent support from scientists, students, institutions, which enabled it to successfully select worthy students for awards in various events held here annually. Perceiving the gap in science education, KVRSS embarked upon concept teaching since 2021 through its Innovation Center and Mobile Science Lab. Many of you are beneficiaries of these initiatives here. This 26th year marks another important milestone in our journey of nurturing talent and advancing science. Today, we are all gathered here to celebrate this milestone. This evening, friends, we have with us some very distinguished guests whom we would like to call upon stage. Firstly, I invite Dr. J. Anuradha, Vice Chancellor, University of Hyderabad and Head of the Department for Sarojini Naidu School of Arts and Communications. We request you to join us on stage, ma'am. Warmer applause, please. We've just had lunch. We also invite KVRSS committee members, President Mr. Anil Kutty. Request you to join us. Our Vice President, Mr. Ramurthy. Secretary, Dr. Ratna. We also invite our technical committee member, Professor T.P. Radhakrishnan, to join us on stage. I request the KVRSS volunteers to acknowledge our guests. Thank you, distinguished gallery. We thank you for your time this afternoon and joining us for the event today. We and the students shall surely benefit from your thoughts and guidance. Dear audience, we have no re-recording in this auditorium. The only re-recording is your claps and participation. So please keep them going. Thank you. As is our tradition, we would like to begin the event with a prayer to seek divine blessings, and I invite Ms. Kushi to do. Okay.
मैत्रीं भजत अखिलहृजेत्रीं मैत्रीं भजत अखिलहृजेत्रीं मैत्रीं भजत अखिलहृजेत्रीं मैत्रीं भजत अखिलहृजेत्रीम् आत्मवदेव परान्नपि पश्यत आत्मवदेव परान्नपि पश्यत युद्धं त्यजत स्पर्धां त्यजत युद्धं त्यजत स्पर्धां त्यजत त्यजत परेशक्रममाक्रमणं त्यजत परेशक्रममाक्रमणम् मैत्रीं भजत अखिलहृजेत्रीं मैत्रीं भजत अखिलहृजेत्रीं जननी पृथिवी कामदुघास्ते जननी पृथिवी कामदुघास्ते जनको देवः सकलदयालो जनको देवः सकलदयालो दाम्यत दयित्वं दयत्वं जनता दाम्यत दयित्वं दयत्वं जनता श्रेयो भूयात् सकलजनानां श्रेयो भूयात् सकलजनानां श्रेयो भूयात् सकलजनानां श्रेयो भूयात् सकलजनानां श्रेयो भूयात् सकलजनानां.
Thank you, Khushi, for beginning on a very auspicious note. And as a mark of respect for Dr. K.V. Rao, on whose name this society has been formed, we observe a 2-minute silence in his memory. I request all of you to kindly rise for this as a mark of respect and audience. Friends, to commemorate our Silver Jubilee and the 25 years of service to science, KVRSS song was launched last year to convey our core vision and mission. This song has now become our anthem. I request the tech team to please play the song for the audience.
కథలాంటి పాఠాలు కనిపించే కాన్సెప్ట్స్ చదవంటే ఇష్టాన్ని పెంచేయడం. ఫ్రెండ్షిప్ విత్ సైన్స్ అంటూ సైన్స్ అంటే ఫన్ అంటూ సులువైన మార్గాలు బోధించగా యువ సైంటిస్టులకే బహుమతులెన్నో ఇస్తూ భరతావనికే ప్రగతవ్వాలంటూ మనతో మనకే పోటీ ఉండాలంటూ కృషితోనే విజయం అంటూ ఇన్నోవేషన్లకి చక్రాలతో KVRSS నిలిచెందున. కథలాంటి పాఠాలు కనిపించే కాన్సెప్ట్స్ చదువంటే ఇష్టాన్ని పెంచేయడం. ఫ్రెండ్షిప్ విత్ సైన్స్ అంటూ సైన్స్ అంటే ఫన్ అంటూ సులువైన మార్గాలు బోధించగా రోజుని చేసుకుందాం దేశం దశ మార్చే దిశ చూపుదాం. Come let's have fun with science and make friendship with science. Science is the future of great India. Young scientists who make us proud through their research work. Let us pat their back for their endeavor. Observe, dig deep with the help of science models. Dream big, fly high in the field of science. You create, innovate, and be the guiding force. Be the light in the sky of science. We are there to guide, reward, and mentor. Cause KVRSS is a pillar of science. Come, let's have fun with science and make friendship with science. Science is the future of great India. Young scientists who make us proud through their research work. Let us pat their back for their endeavor.
Can we have a huge round of applause for the song and for the great work too? Friends, I now take great pleasure in inviting Dr. Ratna, Secretary of KVRSS, to extend a warm welcome to our distinguished guests and present the Secretary's note. Dr. Ratna holds an MTech and PhD in Polymer Sciences from the prestigious IIT Delhi. She began her career in industry, leading Research and Development Division at Parampur Industries and Sanghi Industries before choosing to dedicate herself fully to science and philanthropy. With passion, vision, and an unwavering commitment to science popularization, she has been at the helm of KVRSS, steering its activities and initiatives over the years, touching the lives of thousands of students and inspiring them to embrace science. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Ratna with a warm round of applause. Anything said about you is very less for the amount of dedication with which you have built this society, Ratna. Over to you.
Good evening to everybody. I hope all of you had a very good morning session. Now for the main event in the evening. Thank you for being here. Distinguished guests, Vice Chancellor of Hyderabad University, Dr. J. Anuradha, our KVRSS President, Shri Anil Kumar Kutti, sir, Vice President, Mr. K. Ramurthy, our Technical Committee member, Professor T.P. Radhakrishnan, our other executive committee and technical committee members, esteemed scientists, judges on various panels, awardees, teachers, most importantly, all the students who participated in our events, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me a great pleasure to welcome all of you to this 26th KVRSS annual day. I'll now present the highlights of this year. However, to begin with, I would like to mention that every year we have an oration by an eminent scientist. However, we were supposed to have Dr. Tessie Thomas, Director General, DRDO, former Director General. For some official commitments, she has been unable to come. However, she has sent her wishes for this program, which I would like to present.
Very respected President Sri Anil Kumar Kutti, Vice President Sri K. Ramamurthy, Secretary Dr. K. Ratna, and all my dear young awardees, students, scholars and researchers, I extend my sincere congratulations to all the award recipients, Spark Innovation Awards, Smart Awards and KVRSS Research Awards. This recognition is a celebration of your hard work, curiosity, and commitment to scientific excellence and problem solving potential of each one of you. I appreciate all the awardees for choosing the path of science, a journey that has the power to transform human lives and shape the future. Uh, India's future will be shaped by young minds like yours who can utilize your knowledge and use science and innovation to expand your knowledge to solve national challenges and contribute to the country's progress and self-reliance. I was truly looking forward to be with you today for interacting with all the awardees and research scholars and giving this prestigious Dr. K.V. Rao Memorial Oration. But due to unavoidable official commitment, I could not join you in person. All great discoveries are made by those who have the courage to explore the unknown with an open and focused mind to do research and solve the problems. As you move forward, dream boldly, work with integrity, take every challenges that comes in your way as opportunity to learn, and let your knowledge always serve humanity. Wishing each one of you for a future filled with innovation, purpose, and success. Thank you, and my very best for wishes for each one of you. Thank you, and Jai Hind.
Thank you. It was very kind of her to send the wishes, though she could not be here in person. So I'll continue with my report. For the past 25 years, Dr. K.V. Rao Scientific Society has remained steadfast in its mission to foster scientific temper and promote a culture of inquiry among young minds. Building on this strong foundation, experiential STEM education initiative launched in 2021 continued to expand its impact during the year by making science and mathematics more engaging through hands-on learning. Our diverse programs, including KVRSS Research Awards, Spark Innovation Awards, Smart Awards, Innovation Center, Mobile Science Lab, Teach the Teacher Initiative, and numerous outreach activities have encouraged students and educators to explore science through curiosity, creativity, innovation, and experiential learning. This year, KVRSS Research Awards received 167 applications from scholars representing more than 25 research institutions, while 15 Spark Innovation Awards attracted more than 200 innovative projects from over 550 schools, reflecting the growing national reach and recognition of our programs. The SMART, which means Science Meets Art, awards had more than 250 teams representing concepts on board games from schools across India. Recently, experiential learning has become the buzzword, and even NEP mandates it in all the schools. Slowly, many countries are also moving away from digital platform to textbook and notebook culture in the formative years. In the past 1 year, starting from Sweden, now we have more than 6 countries which have taken down the digital learning systems and are moving to the textbook format. From our experience with school students participating in various events, we have realized the need for experiential learning way back in 2015. And we worked towards creating an innovation center at our office and mobile science lab, which culminated in 2021. With the learning of scientific concepts made accessible, interactive, and enjoyable, the students showed a marked improvement in understanding the concepts, and more than 10,000 students have taken advantage in the past 4-5 years. Many schools continue to take our services since we started the facilities, and many more seek our methodology of teaching these concepts. A couple of years back, we started the Teach the Teacher program because a single trained teacher can positively influence hundreds of students every year. So this teacher program empowers educators with practical, activity-based and inquiry-based teaching strategies that foster curiosity and critical thinking. Till date, we have guided more than 35 teachers in this program. Apart from all these annual programs and the concept teaching, we also do a lot of programs to commemorate various science days. Some of these are the National STEM Day, National Science Day, World Food Day, and World Science Day. So I'm very, very happy to inform you that in these 25, 26 years, we have been able to impact more than 1 lakh students across India. All these activities have been made possible through visionary leadership of our President and Executive Committee, the Technical Committee, unwavering support of our patrons, donors, collaborators, scientists, teachers, volunteers, and most importantly, the enthusiastic participation of students. The support received from media, various institutional and individual donors, and various universities and research institutes, schools, has contributed immensely to our journey. I express my sincere gratitude to every individual and institution that has contributed to our journey. Before I take off, unfortunately, we had the demise of Professor KVR Ramaya last year. We would like to express our deep condolences and pay tribute. Can we have the slide, please? Yeah. Today, on behalf of KVRSS, I would like to pay tribute to Professor KVR Ramaya, who has been associated with KVRSS since 2002. We remember him with deep respect and gratitude, a distinguished biochemist and former professor at the University of Hyderabad, whose life was dedicated to the pursuit of scientific knowledge and training of young researchers. A PhD from JNU, New Delhi, Dr. Ramaya made pioneering contributions of how cells regulate protein synthesis, particularly how cells respond to stress and protect themselves under challenging conditions. Beyond his research, his greatest legacy is perhaps the many students and researchers he mentored, several of whom went on to establish successful careers in academia, research, and industry around the world. When KVRSS was founded, he was the one person who steadfastly supported the cause as a supervisor for awardees, judge on the research panel, and later on the technical committee of KVRSS, along with Professor Tiruvikraman of BITS, Hyderabad, and Professor Radhakrishnan here. They helped us develop a robust evaluation system for selection of right candidates for awards. His presence on the panel itself gave credibility to the awards, which many awardees even acknowledge now. Ever there for KVRSS, his untimely demise has been a great loss to us. As we remember Dr. Ramaya, we celebrate not only a remarkable scientist, but also a teacher, mentor, and institution builder, whose contributions will continue to inspire generations of scientists. A big thanks for him and our deep condolences to the family. I just wind up by saying that as we look ahead, KVRSS remains committed to the advancing of scientific literacy, nurturing innovation, and empowering future generations of scientists, researchers, and students. Thank you, and once again, welcome to this function.
Thank you, Dr. Ratna. That was a beautiful encapsulation of the work done, vast body of work done by KVRSS in just 1 year. It's heartening to note that many more students have been impacted by your work. I invite next our privilege, it's our honor and privilege to introduce Mr. Anil Kumar Kutti, President of Dr. K.V. Rao Scientific Society, a distinguished officer in the 1978 batch of the Indian Administrative Science. Mr. Kutti has over 3 decades of exemplary service across administration, banking, and the power sector in both government and private domains. Mr. Kutty holds a master's degree in physics and was a Pavan Fellow at Princeton University, USA. A passionate advocate of science and lifelong learning, he has been closely associated with KVRSS since 2013 and has served as its president since 2015. Under his visionary leadership, the Society has expanded its reach from a regional initiative to a pan-India platform, inspiring thousands of students, teachers, and young researchers. His unique combination of administrative excellence, scientific outlook, and unwavering commitment to nurturing scientific temper continues to guide and strengthen the mission of our society. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together to extend a warm welcome to our President, Mr. Kutty.
First of all, thank you for that rather flattering description, but I don't deserve all that. Respected Chief Guest, Professor Anuradha, Vice Chancellor of University of Hyderabad, Mrs. Dr. KV Rao, who's watching us online, our Vice President, Shri Ramamurthy, our Secretary, Dr. Ratna Shastri, the driving force behind our society, Mr. Shastri, the quiet strength behind the scenes for all activities of the society, distinguished Professor Radhakrishnan, eminent scientists, academicians, teachers, parents, and above all, dear students and young scientists on whose shoulders the future of the nation depends. Dr. Ratna has already spoken something about the society, so I'll not go into those details. Some general talk. As you all know, dear students, we are living through one of the most exciting and yet uncertain periods in the history of mankind. Just as the electricity transformed the 19th century and internet the 20th, artificial intelligence is transforming the 21st. Unlike previous technologies, artificial intelligence does not merely automate physical work. It has begun to perform tasks once considered the exclusive domain of human intelligence. It can analyze vast amounts of information in seconds, recognize patterns invisible to the human mind or the human eye, learn continuously from experience, and most of all, autonomously make complex decisions. Along with advances in biotechnology, robotics, quantum computing, renewable energy, and space technology, artificial intelligence is reshaping the way we live, work, learn, and solve problems. The possibilities and potential for human development are extraordinary. AI is helping doctors detect diseases earlier and develop new cures, enabling farmers to use water and fertilizers more efficiently, making industries more productive, improving education through personalized learning, and accelerating scientific discovery. Properly used, it can improve the quality of life of mankind. Yet, every technological revolution also brings new challenges. AI is changing the nature of work, creating new opportunities, but at the same time, rendering many traditional occupations and skills obsolete. While it will create exciting new opportunities in artificial engineering, robotics, biotechnology, cybersecurity, data science, etc., millions of jobs will be transformed or may disappear altogether. Beyond employment, AI also raises equally important questions about piracy, misinformation, cybercrime, autonomous weapons, and the possibility that increasingly intelligent systems may one day make the human being irrelevant. Already there are reports of some AI programs that have gone rogue. Even Elon Musk, one of the foremost technology entrepreneurs, has recently remarked in an interview that artificial intelligence can take him from exhilaration to terror in a single day. His words capture both the enormous promise of AI and the responsibility that comes with developing it wisely. The challenge before us is not whether AI should shape the future, it certainly will, but whether humanity will have the wisdom to use it responsibly. History teaches an important lesson. Every technological revolution has ultimately benefited societies that invested in education, scientific research, and innovation. Those that failed to adapt were left behind. The same lesson applies to us today. The nations that will lead the age of AI will not necessarily be those with the largest populations on earth or the natural resources. They will be those that create new knowledge, encourage innovation, and prepare their people for lifelong training. For India, this is both an opportunity, a responsibility, and a challenge. Over the past decades, our scientists and engineers have demonstrated that India can compete with the best in the world. The successful Chandrayaan mission, our achievements in space technology, the global success of UPI, and the growing confidence of multinationals that are establishing GCCs, Global Capability Centers in India, demonstrate the extraordinary talent of our people. These successes remind us a simple truth. When India invests in science, technology, and research and innovation, India succeeds. But our journey has only just begun. I'll only bore you with some 2-3 small statistics. China today spends 2.7% of its GDP on R&D. US 3.5, Korea 5, Israel 6, against which we are spending about 0.8% GDP. The silver lining, a couple of years ago it was only 0.64%. It has now become 0.884. And I hope that it will continue at this pace. And more importantly, the private sector, which was lagging behind, has caught up. And last year, according to the latest figures, the private sector has actually put in more investment in R&D than the government. Another statistic, which is relevant to young scientists and scholars. India today has only about 260 researchers per million population, compared with about 1,600 per million in China, 4,700 in the US, and over 8,000 in Israel and Korea, South Korea. If India has to become a global leader in artificial intelligence, biotechnology, semiconductors, quantum technologies, and clean energy, we must dramatically increase both the number of researchers and the quality of research. And as I said, the biggest validation of what we have in us is the proliferating GCCs in India, and Hyderabad has now become probably the largest center for global capability centers of MNCs. The foundation for this transformation must not only be laid in universities of excellence like the University of Hyderabad, but also in our schools. In fact, the journey of every scientist begins from school. My last bit of statistics. Unfortunately, our school education still faces significant challenges. India has over 10 lakh government schools, yet 1.1 lakh schools, about 1 in every 9, have only a single teacher, affecting nearly 40 lakh children. Further, and this is even more critical, at the secondary school level, both private and government schools put together, only 56% of them have integrated science laboratories, science labs. This is where we must quickly harness the power of AI to teach, so that teachers, even with basic skills can impart high quality education, and innovative programs like the KV Rao mobile labs and our innovation center, where children can actually work with their hands, feel and understand important physical, chemical, biological concepts. The belief that science starts only in scientific laboratories is what we at KV Rao Scientific Society believe needs to be changed. It actually begins in classrooms where children are encouraged to ask questions, explore ideas, and discover answers for themselves. Over the past 26 years, KV Rao Scientific Society has remained true to its founding mission to ignite scientific curiosity among young minds. Through the Spark Innovation Awards, the SMART Awards, science quiz programs, Young Scientist Research Awards, our Science Innovation Center, and of course the mobile lab, we have encouraged and touched and kindled interest in science for thousands of students to explore, experiment, and innovate. Our objective has never been to merely organize competitions. Our goal is to inspire young people to become scientists, engineers, innovators, entrepreneurs, and problem solvers who will contribute to India's progress and to the advancement of humanity. None of this would have been possible without the dedication of our volunteers, teachers, scientists, judges, mentors, and well-wishers. I place on record my sincere admiration to our Secretary, Dr. Ratna Shastri, and of course Mr. Shastri, whose vision, commitment, and tireless efforts have been central to the success of KVRSS. I also acknowledge the invaluable contributions of the members of the governing body, the staff of KVRSS, our judges who have volunteered their precious time and who have contributed to uphold the ideals of which the society was formed. I would also like to thank the young scientist awardees, many of who, like Dr. Anil Kumar here, hold positions of responsibility in leading scientific institutions around the world and have been mentoring the young students who have sought their guidance through KV Rao's extensive network, which is available on its website. Above all, our gratitude is due to Professor Anuradha, who so graciously agreed to become the chief guest for today's function and has allowed us to host this event in these splendid premises. Last but not least, I would like to congratulate and thank the choreographers and participants in a very special program which you will be seeing shortly, which has been put up at a very short notice and which I think is an apt demonstration of the kind of creativity that will be integral to the age of AI. As we make the remarkable advances in science and technology, we must also remember an equally important truth. The age of artificial intelligence does not diminish the importance of humanities, literature, commerce, music, dance, and the arts. On the contrary, it makes them even more valuable. Artificial intelligence can analyze data, recognize patterns, generate text, even compose music and works of art. But it cannot replace human creativity, ethical judgment, compassion, imagination, leadership, or an understanding of society and culture. Science gives us knowledge. Technology gives us the power. But the humanities give us wisdom. The arts nurture creativity. Literature develops imagination and empathy. Music and dance enrich the human spirit. History provides perspective. Philosophy teaches us to ask, not only can we do it, but also should we do it? The future will therefore belong not only to brilliant scientists and engineers, but to well-rounded individuals who combine knowledge with creativity, communication, critical thinking, integrity, and compassion. Great nations are not built by technology alone, but by the character, values, and culture of their people. Dear students, you are growing up at a time when knowledge is expanding faster than ever before in history. Many of the careers that you will pursue may not even exist today. Your greatest strength, therefore, will be not simply what you know, but your ability to learn quickly, adapt, innovate, and work with others. Never lose your curiosity. Ask questions. Read widely, not only science, but also literature, history, philosophy. Develop an appreciation for music, art, and culture. Do not be afraid to experiment or to fail. These are some of the questions which came up earlier. Every scientific discovery and every great work of art began with someone who dared to ask why or why not. India stands today at a defining moment in its history. We have the talent, the energy, and the opportunity to become one of the leading knowledge societies of the world. If we invest in science and research, encourage innovation, preserve our rich cultural heritage, and empower our young people with quality education, there's no limit to what the country can achieve. Let us therefore renew our commitment to science and innovation while cherishing the values, culture, and creativity that define us as a civilization. Together, let us build an India that is not only technologically advanced, but also enlightened, compassionate, and culturally vibrant. An India that Dr. K.V. Rao would have been proud of. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, Dr. Kutty, and I think he is rightfully in the position of a president, sharing his wide perspective on and wisdom on multiple topics and the future. And I think truly like a leader, you invoked curiosity in me too. So just to share continue your insights on AI. AI is here to stay. And I was just reading that my AI assistant is great. It saves me hours by making mistakes in just seconds. Okay, so the best use of AI is augmented intelligence. Use it to make you better, not redundant. That's what we tell all our people. All of the jobs that we did are redundant, but the feeder to AI will remain human intelligence. And the more we are curious, that's the most sought after skill that we are writing the job descriptions of future. It's not SQL, it's not database, it's not IIT or IIM. You may have them as supplementary. The first one is curiosity, wisdom, perspective, knowledge of multiple streams. I think that's what you alluded to, Dr. Kutty, and thank you. I now invite our Vice President, Shri K. Ramurthy Garu, to address the gathering. Mr. Ramurthy is an MTech from IIT Kharagpur and a telecom professional, and is the eldest son of Dr. K.V. Rao, carrying forward the legacy. He has extended his support to the activities of the society right from its inception. Thank you, Mr. Ramurthy, for agreeing to address the gathering.
Hello. Good afternoon, all of you. Respected Chief Guest, Dr. Anuradha Garu, Vice Chancellor, University of Hyderabad, Dr. Radhakrishnan Garu, distinguished members of the KVRSS Society, esteemed guests, my dear scientists and students. It's a great honor to be the 26th annual day of Dr. KVRSS. As we reflect on the milestones achieved during the previous year, we celebrate our journey that began 2 weeks back with a singular focus: foster scientific development. Our commitments remain rooted in the vision of my father, Dr. K.V. Rao, that spreading science awareness is essential to addressing critical issues of our time. From recognizing into such excellence impacting thousands of students annually, our innovation center and mobile labs, our mission to nurture brilliance continues with renewed vigor and expanded reach. Driven by a firm belief that a robust foundation in STEM to progress. Fundamentals provide the bedrock upon which complex, deep technologies are built. By kindling interest in these 4 disciplines in formative years, we not only teaching science the next generation to lead in fields like quantum mechanics, molecular biology, AI, etc. This understanding transforms a curious student in a pioneer of technology breakthroughs. In fact, there was a topic on AI. India, largest country, leading third, first is West, second is China, and third is India, leading the AI bandwagon in terms of innovation. Broader scale, marching towards the third economy by 2020, and with scientific ingenuity as a catalyst for Viksit Bharat by 2047, the future belongs to science and technology. As we ascend the global innovation, we have climbed, we were 50 last year, we are 38. So, pushing towards uncharted frontiers. The Australian Strategy Policy Institute, which tracks critical technologies world over, competency matrix for nations. About 74 technologies which are critical technologies, which are deep tech, which is going to be impacting the whole. China leads us entire on 74 technologies. China is leading about 60 odd technologies in the world. US comes second with 8 technologies. Of course, they are second in many. India leads technology, ranks number 5. We have access to about 45 technologies, or to 74. It's very critical this country to gain access to critical technologies. We are seeing in this uncertain world how technology can be used as a lever to gain access, to bargain, and perhaps even do a political. Very this country competence in every domain. India also has been a leader and comes a distinct third in number of publications world over in scientific publications. This has put us on the roadmap. The scientific publications are on par, US, China, and third comes India. But where we lag is converting this knowledge that we have in science and science from the basic research that we have into deliverable products. The conversion of the knowledge from science to innovative products which is required by this nation is where the gap lies. In fact, the government has recognized this. They said we are good from L1 to L3. That is, to gain knowledge, we are excellent. We are leading. And also, we can build a scale. Once we understand how to mass produce, we are also excellent. But the significant gap lies in, they call it the death valley, is from conversion of this knowledge into an innovative product. And I think this is where we need to spend a lot of time. Research will create the how and why and extend the frontiers of knowledge. Innovation is how we transform this knowledge into tangible and useful outcomes. And this is what is required for the country to grow. While India has been improving on basic research, in major critical areas, the challenge has been converting this knowledge into tangible technology outcomes. India truly, sir, spends less than 1% of the GDP. And government has recognized this and has announced recently about 1 lakh crores towards innovation. And they have announced significant funding projects, and they have announced 9 technology missions in this country. And the leading research and development institutes and the leading scientific institutes like IITs and CCMBs and all that have been made the nodal centers for these technologies, for development of this innovation, for driving these innovation programs. Now, here comes the gap. The leading institutes are driving this innovation, but I find that many of these smaller institutes and other universities are not getting access to these innovation funds. In fact, somewhere we need to bridge this gap, try to partner with some of these leading institutions, academic institutes, as well as research institutes, and collaborate and bridge the gap so that a larger number of scientists can participate in the innovation and drive innovation in this country. Say, for example, I go to a private engineering college or a private university. I find that they are nowhere in this roadmap of innovation. So these are opportunities for us to bandwagon and join the bandwagon of the innovation. So recently I was there in ISC Bangalore for a quantum computing workshop. The national quantum computing has been one of the national missions and has been identified by the government of India, and they have given 6,000 crores funding for the development of the quantum technology by 2031. 4 hubs are leading this development: IISc Bangalore, IIT Madras, IIT Bombay, and IIT Delhi. They are leading the effort on quantum computing, quantum sensors, quantum communications, and quantum materials. These hubs are also interacting with multiple institutions to drive the innovation. They have also tried up with private sector and participation in encouraging the startup community with funding and technology support. It is very heartening actually to see the success of this mission. In fact, quite a few projects have really come out and successfully and commercially launched already in this country. I'll just give an example. The IIT Bombay has developed a quantum magnetometer sensor. Actually, they have tied up with some artificial diamond companies to develop specially grown diamonds, which can be used as magnetometers or magnetic sensors. These magnetic sensors are extremely sensitive. They to the range of picoteslas in the range of picoteslas. So this they have used in 2 areas. One is they are using these sensors, these sensitive magnetic sensors, in building a navigation system where GPS is not possible to deploy or be deployed. For example, in deep mines, you can't deploy a GPS. So they're building a navigation system where we have got a GPS challenged area or under the ocean. So there's a company in Hyderabad called Qbeats, which is using these sensors, and their army is conducting trials and Navy is conducting trials to be used in the drones and other navigation systems. Also, these diamonds have been used in magnetoencephalography to do a brain scan, and also in magnetocardiograms. Apparently, these are more sensitive than the current EEG and EECG. And they hope that this will be a breakthrough in the medical diagnosis. So, and second area where success has come is in the area of quantum computing. So quantum computing actually poses a threat to the cryptographic codes. So far we have, and it can easily break a complex cryptographic code which is existing today. So there is a threat of store now and break later. That means if we store some data today, it's possible that in the near future when quantum technology grows in maturity, we'll be able to break all these crypto codes and decode the information. So we have to build secure, we have to now build secure communications and networks in order to overcome this challenge of quantum crypto. In fact, there is an effort to develop complex quantum crypto codes actually. So IIT Madras has pioneered and is doing a pioneering effort in this. Apart from this area of the core quantum and all that stuff, they have identified about 30 to 40 technologies which are core to the development of the ecosystem. For example, we require special fabrics or special air filters. There's no one in the country developing that. So they've identified that as the key area for development. Also, we require specialized cryogenic cooling systems which can cool to the level of minus 273 degrees centigrade or 0 degrees Kelvin. So these capabilities have to be developed in parallel along with they are developing the vendor ecosystem for this, and they are significantly funding all the efforts for this activity. So it's quite heartening to see many of these projects see the light, to witness success, and we are seeing some of these products being demonstrated in these industries. These large innovation projects are in a mission mode. They are focused on outcomes. They're sharply focused on outcomes to achieve success despite having challenges and constraints in this innovation journey. India doesn't have access to many of these technologies. I mean, I still remember the days when I wanted to buy a GPS, when we were wanting a cesium clock to be purchased in HAL where I was working. We were denied access. Even in 2000, when I wanted to buy it for my company in Bharti Airtel, a cesium clock, US refused, but we had to source it from Israel. So there is challenge in accessing technology, high-tech components from elsewhere in the world. So it is important that we start building some of these things, the capabilities within this country. So the main focus should be to translate what knowledge we have into innovative products. So science, yeah, we can publish research papers, but the research papers have to translate back into innovative products which are useful for the nation. So before I conclude, I would like to extend our deep gratitude to the generous donors and the corporate partners who have supported us in funding our innovation labs and award programs. And I also would like to thank the scientific community for continued support and guiding us with their expertise. Together, let us rededicate ourselves in promoting science and ensuring a better and a more innovative India. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Ramurthy. It was very insightful, and I think what you alluded was the gap from idea to execution and execution to scale. But also happy to share that our own BITS Pilani Hyderabad recently had product creation, which is the eco biodegradable coolant, which will be used, it's going to replace the gaseous coolant for all air conditioners, cars, wherever air conditioners is used. So that's, I think we are moving towards product development.
Indian and international science academics, recipient of prestigious honors including the J.C. Bose National Fellowship, Swarna Jayanti Fellowship, and Ramanna Fellowship. He is also the author of Core Concepts for a course on materials chemistry published by the Royal Society of Chemistry. He has been associated with KVRSS since 2003 as a guide, mentor, judge, and technical committee member. 7 of his students have won KVRSS Research Awards through the years. I invite Professor T.P. Radhakrishnan Garu to address the gathering.
Thank you. Good afternoon. Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Anuradha, Sri Kuti, Sri Ramamurthy, Dr. Ratna, all the colleagues, scientists, teachers here, the parents and guests, and the central focus of this whole meeting, the students. This was not really a scheduled talk. Dr. Ratna told me to say something, whatever I could think of, about science. So these are sort of random thoughts. And this is specifically addressing the young students here. There is no question that the importance of science, technology, the growth of the nation associated with that, and the leading role that the youngsters have to play in it, Mr. Kuti and Mr. Ramamurthy have talked about it in great detail, and the criticality of this hour to sort of embark on this journey for the young people is clearly evident. I just wanted to understand or discuss with you what sort of a deeper look at science would mean. If you have noticed, the sort of motto of this very important non-governmental organization, Dr. K.V. Rao Society, is friendship with science. And that's a very interesting concept. So what exactly is science? Of course, one could say this is one of the subjects we have to study, whether we like it or not, at the school level, college level, university level, and many of us get into a profession centered on science. But I think science is much more than all this. If you think a bit deeper about it, it's actually a state of mind. In fact, there are people who have written about it in great detail. Now, what do I mean by state of mind? Science is essentially a question of asking questions, being curious. So it cuts across, we have been largely talking about natural and physical sciences. Mathematics, of course, is often considered a language rather than science. The famous Willard Gibbs has actually described mathematics as a language rather than something like science. Be it may. Now we have political science, social sciences. So there is some unifying feature behind all this. That is the idea of questioning things, rationalizing, and so on. So it's also science is also a way of life, which means you continue to experiment. And as there is a famous saying, charity begins at home. I would say science begins at home too. Because the day-to-day experiences we observe, we hear about, we learn about, we smell about, many of these things need a rational thinking to understand what it means. To make it a little more explicit, I'll take a very simple, very trivial example of what science or scientific thinking should be. I mean, I'm largely addressing not the professionals here, obviously, but the young students. A simple example, last night when I was thinking about this, what would be a good simple example to think about the sequence of scientific processing. Imagine a bowl of water kept on the table in your room, open space. Over a period of few days, maybe few weeks, it will practically disappear. the water. Now that's an observation. Now, where does the science come in? The science comes in trying to understand it. To understand it, you have to make a hypothesis. You have to look at the possibilities. Crudely speaking, there may be 3 or 4 possibilities that would have caused the water to disappear from the bowl. Let's say first possibility is that water just disappeared into nothing. I mean, we cannot rule it out. Having learnt about science already, I'm sure you will say, oh, this is ridiculous. But as a scientist, you should look at all the ridiculous possibilities. To start with, water just disappeared into nothing. Possibility 1. Possibility 2, maybe it got absorbed by the bowl. Possible, you cannot rule it out unless you have an experimental evidence against it. Possibility 3, it has gone to some other state which we cannot directly see, smell with our naked eye. And there may be still other possibilities. That is, instead of just physically changing the state, it could have changed a chemical state. That means the structure of whatever the molecule was, whatever atoms were involved there, have changed. So it has gone to a different state. At least 4 possibilities, maybe more. The limit is your imagination. Now, the science comes in when you try to prove or disprove any of these possibilities. The first possibility and the second possibility, obviously rather strange, but how do we disprove it? A simple thought experiment is that you take a plastic sheet. To begin with, I'll try with a thick plastic sheet, preferably transparent so you can see what's going on inside. Cover the bowl, pack it tightly, airtight, with a rubber band, and watch it over the same period of time. There are a lot of conditions which I have ignored. Temperature, is it a summertime, winter time? All this would matter, obviously. Assuming same kind of atmospheric conditions, pressure, temperature, etc. Watch it over the same period of time. And what would happen? Any of our awardees, of course, or scientists who are here, the young scientists. I've covered it with a thick plastic sheet with a rubber band, kept it under the same experimental conditions for same time. Would the water be still there or not? I'm looking for a response. It will be there, yeah, okay. This is how we do experiment, right? So the water would be there. So it immediately rules out possibility 1 and 2. If water was just disappearing, it could have still done it, which didn't happen. And if the bowl was absorbing, that also would not have been prevented. So I have ruled out possibility 1 and 2. This exclusion of ideas is extremely important as inclusion of hypothesis and so on. So now we are left with 3 and 4. And obviously, one can go on experiment like this. And you immediately, for example, if you that's why I took a thick plastic sheet in the beginning. If I take an extremely thin, sort of elastic one, did the same experiment with the rubber band tied, left it there for the same period of time, what is likely to happen? Any young students? I said very thin sheet, elastic. Most likely, the sheet would show a little bit of expansion. It will sort of puff up if our understanding of nature is right. And if the temperature was higher, this would be even more. And if it was really hot Hyderabad summer, that thin sheet might even break. And obviously you know what's going on because of you are already science students. But if you were not, if you were a starting little kid, you could still do this experiment and you will figure out the same kind of conclusions at the end. And if you want to make it more quantitative, of course you have to take it in a flask, connect it with a tube, ending with another flask, heat this side, it makes the disappearance of water quicker, And if you have cooled the other end, it would collect it there. You could quantify it by measuring the volume or weight. This is how science progresses. So this is what I meant by questioning things. When you observe something, you don't just accept it, whether it is your teacher, whether it's a textbook, or whether it is the so-called AI agent who is telling you what the answer is. As the true science comes out when you question things, when you try to experiment for yourself. And of course, not everything can be experimentally tested at home, I understand. Often you may need machines and tools and so on to do this. But the principle, the core principle is the same. What about the fourth possibility? The experiment where it heated and cooled and condensed it told me that nothing drastic has happened to the water itself. It has remained the same. As sort of a corollary to this experiment, I could heat it by, of course, using a heating mantle or a stove, but I could also do it by inserting a little metal coil, passing some current, the so-called water heater coils, which will also heat it, and it will go to the vapor state and condense and so on. But instead of that, if I put 2 electrodes, applied an appropriate potential using some voltage source, you will again see the water disappear over some time, or at least the level will come down. But now if you do a condensation, you will not get the same water back. So something further has happened, the so-called electrolysis has happened. Water is now broken up into the constituent atoms, forming their own molecules. So this is just a small example to illustrate how the mind has to be curious, ask questions, do experimentation, prove or disprove your hypothesis. And in the end, if it is something new, obviously you come up with an idea. All the innovation that we talk about starts like this. And most of the greatest scientific discoveries have started with simple ideas. As things grow, it can become more complex, but those are details. So I think the role of, it has been stressed multiple times, that the KVRSS is basically a place where you can actually work with things, do the experiments, question things. And that's where the role of such organizations become critical in sort of fostering that inquisitiveness, the curiosity, and finally a realization of truth. And that's what science is all about. And I have been privileged to work with this society for last many years, and I want to congratulate all the awardees and also encourage all the future awardees who are sitting here, and wishing you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Radhakrishnan. That was, I think he made all of us go back to try that bowl experiment. I'm surely going to do that. And it also reminded us of the leadership principle that we tend to follow of limitless possibilities, about the black swan principle. We haven't seen all the swans in the world to rule out the possibility of a black swan. So that's a core leadership principle that we talk of when we say limitless possibilities. So I think you are best suited to lead that technical committee, and the proof of the pudding is in the pie. You have 7 awards in your kitty, and I think KVRSS is fortunate to associate with you. So a huge round of applause. Friends, coming up next is a very brilliant dance performance, and in order to enable our distinguished guests to view this, I would request you to take your seats in the audience so that you are able to... We finish that? It's after this. Yeah. Dr. Anuradha, we'll have to invite you again after the dance if you are okay for that. Thank you. It'll allow you to respond to what they're doing as well. Thank you. So, friends, coming up is a beautiful dance performance, and we request all of you to please take your seat, settle down to witness this beautiful event. It's called Maths Meets Movement. KVRSS introduced the category of, I can request the dance team to, okay. Friends, KVRSS introduced the category of Smart Competition, Science Meets Art in 2021, where students were challenged to give shape to scientific concepts either through pictures, paintings, models, stories, or games. This event drew large participation each year, hugely popularizing how the STEM streams of learning could be depicted through art. Today, we present an interesting concept that exists in nature, and it is a mathematical beauty. It's called the Fibonacci numbers, which you would all have heard. To present this mathematical dance, we invite Ms. P.B. Vaishnavi and team, Assistant Professor of Dance, Geetam, Hyderabad. So thank you, Vaishnavi, and you want to talk about this? Okay. Right. So while I invite the team to set up the stage, and while we do this, I request our lead singer Khushi to present you with a number while the artists set up the stage ready for you to witness something really glorious.
नापाली श्रीराम भूपालक सोमा कापाड समय मुनि पादमूलीर नापाली श्रीराम भूपालक सोमा कापाड समयमु निपादमूलीर भली भली भक्तूल पूजा फलमुनिवनुకొంటి నలినాలోచన నీకు తెలియగ తరమా నాపాలి శ్రీరామ భూపాలక సోమా కాపాడ సమయముని పాదమూలీర కోటి మన్మధులైన సాటిగాని సొగసు నాటియున్నది మదిని నేటి శ్రీరామ నాపాలి శ్రీరామ భూపాలక సోమా కాపాడ సమయము నీ పాద మూలీర తొలి పూజ ఫలమేమో కలిగే నీ పద సేవా నలువాకైనను నిన్ను తెలియగ తరమాన పాలి శ్రీరామ భూపాలక సోమా కాపాడ సమయము నీ పాద మూలీర నిరుపేద కబ్బీన నిదిరీతి దొరికితివి వరత్యాగరాజునికి వరదామృకెదరా నాపాలి శ్రీరామ భూపాలక సోమా కాపాడ సమయము నీ పాద మూలీర నీ పాద
Khushi. She was just pushed into doing this extempore, and I think that was brilliant. Big round of applause to Khushi. We were also trying to match the mathematics and the time between your setup and our song. I think that's what we did. So thank you, Vaishnavi. So when math meets art, numbers and logic turn into visual beauty. This deep link uses geometry, symmetry, and patterns to build stunning shapes, traditional designs, and optical illusions. So over to you, Vaishnavi, to witness something so beautiful.
Good afternoon, everyone. Today, we will be exploring the most fascinating patterns in mathematics called the Fibonacci series. And this is going to be in the form of music and movement. Although it is a mathematical sequence, it is not just numbers. It is a pattern that appears in nature, art, architecture, music, and even movement. Now, what is Fibonacci series? A sequence of numbers in which each new number is obtained by adding the two numbers before it. So the sequence goes on in this pattern: 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 21, and so on. So there is a mathematical formula for it, which says, where the formula is there, you can see Fn is equal to Fn minus 1 plus Fn minus 2. That is, the previous two numbers. When the previous two numbers are added, you will get one particular number, and the sequence continues. And everything, there is a default 0 that is added to this series, and hence you find 1 and 1 placed one after the other. A little history about this Fibonacci series. This series became widely known through a famous mathematical puzzle proposed from the observation of generating the rabbit population by the Italian mathematician who's known as the Leonardo of Pisa, also known as the Fibonacci, in his book Liber Abaci, published in 1202 CE. So this says that one newly born pair of rabbits is observed in a field to create a certain pattern. So a pair of rabbit takes 1 month to mature. Once it matures, each pair produces another new pair of rabbits every month. So the rabbits never die, and every new pair follows the same pattern. So that's what you see over here. And through this, the mathematician Fibonacci has created this pattern called Fibonacci series. So a little detail into that. So let us say the first month, there is only one pair of rabbits. The second month, because it takes 1 month to mature, you see the same pair being continued in the second month. Then in the third month, this pair will generate another pair, where you will have the original pair and a new pair of rabbit, which becomes 2. And then the same pattern keeps continuing. Then in the fourth month, you'll see the first pair generating another pair, and the existing pair getting matured. So you'll have 1, 2, and 3, which is 3. And then there is 5, 8, 13, and that's how the sequence has been propounded. Although this was presented as a hypothetical puzzle rather than a realistic biological model, It beautifully illustrates how a simple rule can generate an elegant numerical pattern. Today, the same sequence appears in nature, computer science, architecture, music, and even in the choreography that you are going to witness now. Interestingly, there are also studies that say similar numerical patterns had already appeared centuries earlier in the works of Indian scholars such as Pingala and later Virahanka, who used them while studying the poetic meters in the Sanskrit language. Today, we have adapted this concept into movement and music, demonstrating how a simple mathematical pattern can be experienced through Indian classical dance. The choreography illustrates the gradual progression of movement in accordance with the Fibonacci sequence. Every movement evolves naturally from the previous one, just as the Fibonacci number is generated from the sum of the two preceding numbers. For a clear understanding, we will be starting with an Omkara. In the Indian philosophy, every word, every sound, every movement and manifestation of nature originates from the primordial vibration, the Omkara. Omkara also represents the Bindu, the point of origin, the state of Shunya from which creation unfolds. Therefore, our presentation begins with Omkara, symbolizing the imaginary zero of this Fibonacci series. From this point, the choreography progressively unfolds through the sequence 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, and 13. For today's presentation, we have chosen to explore the series up to 13, allowing us to examine the movement possibilities with each number in a greater detail. The rhythmic structure also mirrors this mathematical growth. So once the presentation starts, like once the performance starts, if you can carefully listen to the rhythmic syllables that will be accompanied, you see the syllables also gradually progressing like the Fibonacci series, where it says ta, then ta, takka, takkita, takka, takkita, takka, dhimmi, takka, jhannu, takka, dhimmi, takka, jhannu, takka, takkita. As the choreography develops, the dancers collectively create formations inspired by the nature. You will see spiral formations, pine cones, flowers, and other arrangements that resemble the Fibonacci series. These formations demonstrate how the same numerical principle that governs mathematics also appear in the natural world. Through this presentation, we hope to show that mathematics is not just confined to equations and calculations. It exists in rhythm, movement, nature, and artistic expression. The Fibonacci series becomes a bridge connecting science, mathematics, and Indian classical dance. We finally conclude our presentation with a very celebrated Sanskrit word that says, Yata Shikha Mayuranam Naganam Manayo Yatha Tadvad Vedanga Shastranam Ganitam Murdhani Stitam, which explains, just as the crest adorns the peacock and the jewel adorns the serpent, so too does mathematics, which occupies the highest place among all the Vedangas. And with this thought, we invite you to experience this beauty of mathematics through the language of dance. Concept by P.B. Vaishnavi, choreography by Professor Anuradha J, music composition by Sri D.S.V. Shastri. We also have Dr. Aranya Kumar, Assistant Professor from Department of Music on Dilruba, Sri Sai Santosh on sitar, Sri Pratik Joshi on tabla, and it is performed by SVKVP Dikshitulu, Anjana Devi, Vaishnavi Margam, Indivara Kuppuravuri, Meghana Bharma, Sri Lekha J, Sri Vidya Polepeddi, Pattaprol Tangurai, Aishwarya M. Raj, and Anjana S. This is a presentation from Department of Dance, SN School, University of Hyderabad.
Friends, please put your hands together and a warm welcome to this team. And it was so beautifully explained. Vaishnavi, I think we are very eager to watch the rhythmic patterns.
Nangadikitaka, 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 hitang, nangadikitaka, 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 hitang, nangadikitaka, hitang, nangadikitaka, hitang, nangadikitaka, hitang, nangadikitaka, hitang, nangadikitaka, hitang, gata, nangadikitaka, hitang, gata, nangadikitaka, hitang. Ekam 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 Dvayam Dvayam Ekam Ekam Trayam Trayam Dvayam Dvayam Panchamam त्रयं त्रयं अष्टमम् अष्टमम् पञ्चमम् पञ्चमम् त्रयोदशम् त्रयोदशम् धिं तकिट झण् तकिट झण् धिं तकिट झण् तकिट झण् धिं तकिट झण् तकिट झण् तकदिन तुं तकदिन तुं तकदिन त त तक्क तक्किट तक्क तक्किट तक्क धिम्मि तक्क झण्णु तक्क धिम्मि तक्क झण्णु तद्धिं गिण्णतु त त तक्क तक्किट तक्क तक्किट तक्क धिम्मि तक्क झण्णु तक्क धिम्मि तक्क झण्णु तद्धिं गिण्णत धिं तंग दिन धिं तंग दिन धिं तंग दिन तक दिन तुम तक दिन समगम सगरी सनी कस ತಣ್ಣತ್ತ ಚಣ್ಣು ತತ್ತಿತ್ತಗ ದಿನ ತುಂ ತತ್ತಿತ್ತಗ ದಿನ ತುಂ ತತ್ತಿತ್ತಗ ದಿನ ತಕ್ಕ ತಣ್ಣತ್ತ ಚೆನ್ನ ತಣ್ಣ ತಣ್ಣತ್ತ ಚಣ್ಣು ತಗದತ್ತ ತಣ್ಣತ್ತ ಚಣ್ಣು ಚಣ್ಣು ಚೆಣ್ಣುತ್ತ ಚಣ್ಣು ತಕ್ಕತ್ತ ತಣ್ಣತ್ತ ಚಿಮ್ಮಿ ತಣ್ಣತ್ತ ಚಿಮ್ಮಿ ತಕ್ಕತ್ತ ಚಣ್ಣುತ್ತ ಚಿಮ್ಮಿ ಚೆಣ್ಣುತ್ತ ಚಿಂದ ದಿಗಿ 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 ತತ್ತ ದಿಗಿ 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 ತತ್ತಿತ್ತಗ ದಿನ ತುಂ ತತ್ತಿತ್ತಗ ದಿನ ತುಂ ತತ್ತಿತ್ತಗ ದಿನ ತಕ್ಕತ್ತ ತಣ್ಣತ್ತ ಚಿಂದ ತಣ್ಣ ತಣ್ಣತ್ತ ಚಣ್ಣು ತಗದತ್ತ ತಣ್ಣತ್ತ ಚಣ್ಣು ತಣ್ಣ ತಣ್ಣತ್ತ ಚಣ್ಣು ತಕ್ಕತ್ತ ತಣ್ಣತ್ತ ಚಿಂದ ತಣ್ಣತ್ತ ಚಣ್ಣು ತಕ್ಕತ್ತ ತಣ್ಣತ್ತ ಚಿಮ್ಮಿ ತಕ್ಕತ್ತ ತಣ್ಣತ್ತ ಚಿಂದ ತಕ್ಕತ್ತ ಚಣ್ಣುತ್ತ ಚಿಂದ ತಕ್ಕತ್ತ ತಣ್ಣತ್ತ ಚಿಂದ ತಕ್ಕತ್ತ ಚಣ್ಣುತ್ತ ಚಿಂದ ತಿಮ್ ತಮ್ ತಕ್ಕ 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 ತತ್ತಿತ್ತಗ ದಿನ ತುಂ ತತ್ತಿತ್ತಗ ದಿನ ತುಂ ತತ್ತಿತ್ತಗ ದಿನ ಧಿತ್ತಂ ದಿನಕುಕು ತಗ ದಿನ ತಗ ಧಿತ್ತಂ ದಿನಕುಕು ತಗ ದಿನ ತಗ ತಿಂ ಗೆಣ್ಣತ್ತ ಧಿತ್ತಂ ದಿನಕುಕು ತಗ ದಿನ ತಗ ಧಿತ್ತಂ ದಿನಕುಕು ತಗ ದಿನ ತಗ ತಿಂ ಗೆಣ್ಣತ್ತ ಧಿತ್ತಂ ದಿನಕುಕು ತಗ ದಿನ ತಗ ಧಿತ್ತಂ ದಿನಕುಕು ತಗ ದಿನ ತಗ ತಿಂ ಗೆಣ್ಣತ್ತ ಧಿತ್ತಂ ದಿನಕುಕು ತಗ ದಿನ ತಗ ಧಿತ್ತಂ ದಿನಕುಕು ತಗ ದಿನ ತಗ ತಿಂ ಗೆಣ್ಣತ್ತ ಧಿತ್ತಂ ದಿನಕುಕು ತಗ ದಿನ ತಗ ಧಿತ್ತಂ ದಿನಕುಕು ತಗ ದಿನ ತಗ ತಿಂ ಗೆಣ್ಣತ್ತ ಧಿತ್ತಂ ದಿನಕುಕು ತಗ ದಿನ ತಗ ಧಿತ್ತಂ ದಿನಕುಕು ತಗ ದಿನ ತಗ ತಿಂ ಗೆಣ್ಣತ್ತ ಧಿಂ ತಂಗ್ ಧಿನ್ ಹಿನ್ನ ತಂಗ್ ಚಣ್ಣು ಧಿಂ ತಂಗ್ ಚಣ್ಣು ತಣ್ಣ 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 ತಂಗ್ ಚಣ್ಣು ತತ್ತಿತ್ತಗ ದಿನ ತುಂ ತತ್ತಿತ್ತಗ ದಿನ ತುಂ ತತ್ತಿತ್ತಗ ದಿನ ಧಿಂ ತಣ್ಣತ್ತ ತಿಂದ ತಣ್ಣತ್ತ ಚಣ್ಣು ತಣ್ಣ ತಣ್ಣತ್ತ ತಿಂದ ಚಣ್ಣುತ್ತ ಚಣ್ಣು ಚಣ್ಣು ಚಣ್ಣುತ್ತ ಚಣ್ಣು ಚಣ್ಣುತ್ತ ಚಣ್ಣು ತತ್ತಿತ್ತಗ ದಿನ ತುಂ ತತ್ತಿತ್ತಗ ದಿನ ತುಂ ತತ್ತಿತ್ತಗ ದಿನ ತಕ್ಕಿಟ್ಟ ತ ಝಂ ತಜ್ಜಂ ತಕ್ಕ ತಜ್ಜಂ ತಕ್ಕ ಧಿಮ್ಮಿ ತಕ್ಕ ಚಣ್ಣು ತಕ್ಕ ಧಿಮ್ಮಿ ತಕ್ಕ ಚಣ್ಣು ತತ್ತಿಂಗೆಣ್ಣತ್ತ ತಕ್ಕಿಟ್ಟ ತ ಝಂ ತಜ್ಜಂ ತಕ್ಕ ತಜ್ಜಂ ತಕ್ಕ ಧಿಮ್ಮಿ ತಕ್ಕ ಝಣ್ಣು ತಕ್ಕ ಧಿಮ್ಮಿ ತಕ್ಕ ಝಣ್ಣು ತದ್ದಿಗೆಣ್ಣತ್ತ ತಕ್ಕಿಟ್ಟ ತಜ್ಜಂ ತಜ್ಜಂ ತಕ್ಕ ತಜ್ಜಂ ತಕ್ಕ ಧಿಮ್ಮಿ ತಕ್ಕ ಝಣ್ಣು ತಕ್ಕ ಧಿಮ್ಮಿ ತಕ್ಕ ಝಣ್ಣು ತದ್ದಿಗೆಣ್ಣತ್ತ ತಕ್ಕಿಟ್ಟ ತಕ್ಕ ಧಿಮ್ಮಿ ತಕ್ಕ ಝಣ್ಣು ತದ್ದಿಗೆಣ್ಣತ್ತ ತಕ್ಕ ಧಿಮ್ಮಿ ತಕ್ಕ ಝಣ್ಣು ತಕ್ಕ ತಜ್ಜಂಗ್ ತಜ್ಜಂಗ್ ಝಂ ತಧಿಂ ತಂಗ್ ತಿನ್ ತಂಗ್ ತಿನ್ನ ಧಿಂ ತಂಗ್ ತಿನ್ ತಕ್ಕ ಚಣ್ಣು ಧಿಂ ತಂಗ್ ಚಣ್ಣು ತತ್ತಿತ್ತಗ ದಿನ ತುಂ ತತ್ತಿತ್ತಗ ದಿನ ತುಂ ತತ್ತಿತ್ತಗ ದಿನ ತಕ್ಕಿಟ್ಟ ತ ಝಂ ತಜ್ಜಂ ತಕ್ಕ ತಜ್ಜಂ ತಕ್ಕ ಧಿಮ್ಮಿ ತಕ್ಕ ಚಣ್ಣು ತಕ್ಕ ಧಿಮ್ಮಿ ತಕ್ಕ ಚಣ್ಣು ತದ್ದಿಂಗೆಣ್ಣತ್ತು ತಕ್ಕಿಟ್ಟ ತ ಝಂ ತಜ್ಜಂ ತಕ್ಕ ತಜ್ಜಂ ತಕ್ಕ ಧಿಮ್ಮಿ ತಕ್ಕ ಚಣ್ಣು ತಕ್ಕ ಧಿಮ್ಮಿ ತಕ್ಕ ಚಣ್ಣು ತದ್ದಿಂಗೆಣ್ಣತ್ತು ತಕ್ಕಿಟ್ಟ ತಜ್ಜಂ ತಜ್ಜಂಗ್ ತಕ್ಕ ತಜ್ಜಂಗ್ ತಕ್ಕ ಧಿಮ್ಮಿ ತಕ್ಕ ಚಣ್ಣು ತಕ್ಕ ಧಿಮ್ಮಿ ತಕ್ಕ ಚಣ್ಣು ತದ್ದಿಂಗೆಣ್ಣತ್ತು ತಕ್ಕಿಟ್ಟ ತಕ್ಕ ಧಿಮ್ಮಿ ತಕ್ಕ ಚಣ್ಣು ತದ್ದಿಂಗೆಣ್ಣತ್ತ ತಕ್ಕ ಧಿಮ್ಮಿ ತಕ್ಕ ಚಣ್ಣು ತಕ್ಕ ತಜ್ಜಂಗ್ ತಜ್ಜಂಗ್ ಜಂಗ್ ತಧಿಂ ತಂಗ್ ಧಿನ್ ಧಿಂ ತಂಗ್ ಧಿನ್ ಧಿಂ ತಂಗ್ ಧಿನ್ ಧಿಂ ತಂಗ್ ಧಿನ್ ಧಿಂ ತಂಗ್ ಧಿನ್ ತಂಗ್ ಧಿನ್ನ ತತ್ತಿತ್ತಗ ದಿನ ತುಂ ತತ್ತಿತ್ತಗ ದಿನ ತುಂ ತತ್ತಿತ್ತಗ ದಿನ ಧಿಂ ಧಿಂ ಧಿತ್ತಂಗ್ ಧಿಂ ಧಿತ್ತಂಗ್ ಧಿಂ ಧಿಂ ಧಿತ್ತಂಗ್ ಧಿಂ ಧಿತ್ತಂಗ್ ಧಿಂ ಧಿಂ ಧಿತ್ತಂಗ್ ಧಿಂ ತಾಂಗ್ ಧಿಂ ಧಿಂ ಧಿತ್ತಂಗ್ ಧಿಂ ಧಿತ್ತಂಗ್ ಧಿಂ ತತ್ತಕ್ ಧಿನ್ ಧಿಂ ತತ್ತಕ್ ಧಿನ್ ತತ್ತಿಂ ತತ್ತಕ್ ಧಿನ್ ಧಿಂ ತತ್ತಕ್ ಧಿನ್ ಧಿಂ ತತ್ತಕ್ ಧಿನ್ ಧಿಂ ಧಿಂ ತತ್ತಕ್ ತತ್ತಿತ್ತಗ ದಿನ ತುಂ ತತ್ತಿತ್ತಗ ದಿನ ತುಂ ತತ್ತಿತ್ತಗ ದಿನ ಧಿಂ ತತ್ತ 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 ಧಿಂ
Thank you, team. I think that was sheer brilliance. I hope you all appreciate it. We all knew there is some pattern or sequence, but it was so well deciphered. We could also understand the grouping of numbers through their dance. Thank you so much. Yeah. Just 2 minutes. So this was a beautiful amalgamation of two concepts. Vaishnavi, well presented. We can commonly see these Fibonacci combinations in sunflower petals, as we see, and also honeycombs. More importantly, Dr. Ratna, it also seems to be, KVRSS also seems to be on an accelerated Fibonacci model. You will agree, because the number of students they impacted last year was 75,000. The number of students they impacted this year is 100,000. So it's only compounding or incrementing in numbers. So I think a huge round of applause to KVRSS for reaching the 100,000 milestone. I think that's a huge milestone to celebrate. So well done. Over to Vaishnavi to announce her team. We would like to recognize your team with a memento. I invite Dr. Anuradha Garu and our KVRSS committee members to come on stage to present the award. Mr. Kuti. Dr. I think a fantastic role. She did the Natu Angam and also the Talam.
Is a very huge support in the dance department, and sir is not just a musician, he's a dancer by himself. He's a choreographer, dancer, a very good artist. There are so many accolades for sir, and we are very, very happy and lucky to have sir with us. And then we had Dr. Aranya Kumar, Assistant Professor from Department of Music, SN School on Dilruba. Sri Sai Santosh on sitar, again from Department of Music, SN School. Pratik Joshi on tabla, again from Department of Music, SN School. And then the performers, all of them are master's students who are doing their masters in Kuchipudi and Bharatanatyam from the dance department, SN School. SVKVP Deekshutulu. Anjana Devi. Vaishnavi Margam. Indivara Koppuravuri. Meghna Bharma, Srilekha J, Srividya Polepeddi, Pattarpol Tangurai, Aishwarya M. Raj, and Anjana S.
And of course, the leader, Ms. Vaishnavi, and Professor Anuradha. Thank you, team. That was brilliant. And we request our chief guest to please stay back for the keynote address. We have with us, friends, an eminent dancer and educationist, Professor Anuradha Jonnalagadda, Vice Chancellor, University of Hyderabad, as our chief guest. And we would request Kavita from our team to introduce. And before that, the team wants to have a group picture with our chief guest.
Professor Anuradha Jonnalagadda. She is the Vice Chancellor, University of Hyderabad, and the head of the Department of Dance, Sarojini Naidu School of Arts and Communication, University of Hyderabad. Professor Anuradha is a distinguished Kuchipudi exponent, scholar, choreographer, and educator with over 3 decades of contribution to Indian classical dance. She heads the Department of Dance at the University of Hyderabad, where she has played a pivotal role in advancing dance, education, research, and performance. She earned her bachelor's degree in arts from Usmania University, followed by Master of Performance Arts from University of Hyderabad, graduating as a university topper. She subsequently completed her PhD in dance at the University of Hyderabad. As an internationally acclaimed performer with over 1,000 stage presentations and has represented India at prestigious national and international festivals, including the Khajuraho Festival, Festival of India, Sangeet Natak Academy Festivals, and Kuchipudi Mahotsavs. As a dedicated mentor, she has guided 11 doctoral scholars and is currently supervising several more. She has served on numerous academic, advisory, and syllabus committees of leading institutions, making significant contributions to dance, education, and research in India. I welcome Professor Anuradha Jonnalagadda to address the audience. Ma'am.
Good evening to one and all. Thank you especially Ratnaji for giving us this opportunity and giving me an opportunity to be among such dedicated scientists. I see many of my colleagues over here and youngsters who are into science and pursuing it with not just a scientific temperament, with something which is also has a human touch. In fact, we have been hearing to several people who are working in this area of science. I don't need to talk much about it because I'm not a person who is into science. But at the same time, something which is common to what I do, my dance, my art, and what scientists do, is that we create something. We create something very new. And this is something which gives an immense joy to all of us. So the kind of hands-on experience that we have of the science in your labs, of creating something new, is the pivotal thing for immense human satisfaction, basically. Beyond that, we were hearing to Kutti Garu, we were hearing to Ramurthy Garu, Ratna Garu, and others, and also our dear Professor Radhakrishna Garu, who were talking about science and the AI and how it is creating a kind of an impact. And Radhakrishna Garu was talking about what is the gap, what are the gaps that are existing today between the experimentation stage and then realizing it into a kind of a product, bringing out it as a product. And in this context, I want to tell you that the University of Hyderabad has very seriously gone into this area and recognized this as a gap. And we in university has incubation centers which actually give the startups to come in and also create something new and go out with a product. This is something that we are looking at where research and industry come together. This is one of the major strides that the University of Hyderabad is taking in, and thanks to the funding that we are getting from the UGC under the Institute of Eminence grant, where we have had a landmark kind of a center, that is the Interdisciplinary Research Center, inaugurated very recently by Professor Govardhan Mehta, who is our lifelong professor in this university. With these facilities in the university, next 2-3 years, we are looking at making real strides in science and also creating products which are socially relevant, which are which would contribute to the scientific research globally. So this is where University of Hyderabad stands, and I'm very proud to lead this university, though for a very short time. I'm not a regular vice chancellor over here, but I'm proud to be a part of this ecosystem where science, art, humanities, social sciences come together. We have about 12 schools here with one integrated center where we have the integrated students coming in, 12 schools which have both scientific and social science, humanities and arts as their focal areas as such. So to be in such ecosystem, I do realize that a complete and a kind of an approach which is more integrated is more important for us in this particular age. Besides AI, everybody is saying that it is going to actually probably put an end to what a human can do as such. It is going to evade that. But I think it is not going to, because AI has its own limitations. As an artist, I still think that humans have a better thing to do and they can excel this AI at any point of time. And we also have an AI where we are propounding that art integrated learning at the school levels is very important. Where today we have done a small, this is the work that has been done is work in progress, in fact. We tried to learn, in fact, last 2 days gave me an opportunity to learn the mathematical series. I never knew that the Fibonacci series, sequences do exist, but it is a learning process for me. In fact, Vaishnavi started with this. Vaishnavi is my research scholar who is now employed in the university, in the Geetam University. So she was trying to work on this, but somehow it did not come to to a good shape as such. So last 2 days, in fact, I'm very thankful to Ratna Garu for having initiated this, because last 5 months has been a kind of a roller coaster where I'm doing a job of administration, not really getting into my dancing. But 2 days, I would say that working with this group and trying to bring out this, somehow this concept to some shape, has given me a great relief. Thanks to you all for having given this opportunity. I would foresee I would also think that our students who are also very creative in nature would also have some opportunities to work with such a people who have that kind of a scientific temperament. I'm really in awe of the kind of work that the institution is doing, the NGO is doing, the KVRSS Scientific Society is doing, because going to the grassroots level, going to the people who are not so privileged is something that is very, very important. That's our social responsibility. And I'm doubly happy that many of our own professors who have such great name in the area of science, like Ramay Garu and Professor Radhakrishna Garu and many others are associated with it. I saw in one of the photographs our own mathematics professor there. So I know, I mean, these are all involved in that. I'm so happy that our university professors are involved in it. I'm sure with this kind of commitment that you can see in these individuals who have whom I have met actually 10-15 days back, is something which is very inspiring to us. Keep going. I'm very happy that I'm being made a part of it, and this particular 26th annual day is being done in the University of Hyderabad. We are privileged. We are very happy. Thanks to you all. And last but not the least, I would congratulate all the awardees who are now receiving their awards in this particular on this particular day. I think an award is something that gives you renewed energy to do more as such. I'm sure you're all going to reach great heights in whatever you're doing. So let creativity be the base for all of us, and Jai Hind.
Thank you, Professor Radha. We request you to remain on stage. There's a lot of honors that we want you to do. They would like to receive from you. I also invite our President, Shri Kutti Garu, to please come for next item is recognition and presentation of mementos to senior scientists. Present today with us are several scientists and educationists who were on various panels selecting the awardees for events held in the academic year 2025-26. The panel spent phenomenal amount of time meticulously going through the applications and interacting with the students to understand their work. After multiple stages of evaluation, they selected the students for awards and mentorship. So we request our chief guest and our president to kindly honor the panel of esteemed scientists. Can the tech team play the list of judges, please? Kavita to announce and call upon our judges.
The first judge is Professor T. Amarnath, School of Mathematics and Statistics, University of Hyderabad. Professor T. Amarnath. Professor R. Radha, School of Mathematics and Statistics, University of Hyderabad. Dr. K. Bhargav Kumar, Department of Mathematics, BITS Pilani, Hyderabad campus. Professor R. Radha. Dr. K. Bhargav Kumar. Ms. Harita D., Department of Mathematics and Statistics, RBVRR, Women's College, Hyderabad. Professor G. Prasad, Department of Physics, Jawaharlal Nehru Technological University, Hyderabad. I think they are not here, so we'll go to the next category. Dr. N. Raju, Department of Physics, Shreyas Institute of Engineering and Technology, Hyderabad. Dr. Papia Panda, School of Physics, University of Hyderabad. Professor G. Venkataya, School of Physics, University of Hyderabad. Dr. N. Raju, Dr. Papia Panda. Professor G. Venkataya. The next judge is G. Rajalakshmi, Tata Institute of Fundamental Research, Hyderabad. Dr. M. Pradyumna, Curatech Biologics and Aurobindo Pharma Company. I think he's not here. Professor Pramod Dubey, JNTU, Hyderabad. Professor Lalita Guru Prasad, School of Chemistry, University of Hyderabad. Professor A. Haripadma Sri, Department of Physical Chemistry, Usmania University. Vachara Pramod Dubey. Dr. Vasavi M., Department of Chemistry, University College of Science, Usmania University. Dr. Mohammad Nasir Ahmed Khan, Department of Medical Chemistry, Sai Life Sciences, Hyderabad. Dr. P. Jansi Lakshmi, Department of Chemistry, RBVR, Reddy Women's College, Hyderabad. Dr. Saravanan, School of Chemistry, University of Hyderabad. Professor N. Shivakumar, Department of Biochemistry, University of Hyderabad. Professor Kumar Pranav Narayan, Department of Biological Sciences, BITS Pilani, Hyderabad campus. Dr. Anil Kumar P., Department of Biochemistry, University of Hyderabad. Dr. S.M. Rajesh K., Department of Biotechnology, Center for DNA Fingerprinting and Diagnostics, Hyderabad. Dr. Satish M., ICMR, National Institute of Nutrition, Hyderabad. Dr. Kunal Daima, Scientific Writer, Ocugen, Hyderabad.
Thank you, Dr. Anuradha and Anil Kumar.
Dr. Anil Kumar P., Department of Biochemistry, University of Hyderabad. Dr. Satish M. ICMR, National Institute of Nutrition, Hyderabad.
Thank you, Mr. Kuti and Prof. Anuradha. We'll give you some break and we invite Dr. Ratna and Sri Ramurthy Garu and Sri Radhakrishnan Garu for the next set of awards. If you could join us on stage for the next set and the most important session of the evening, the coveted awards would be distributed to meritorious students who have excelled in various events across 2025-26. Friends, while several of you have participated and aspired for this awards, it's a few that made it to the final, but I would like to recite a kavita from Sri Harivansh Rai Bachchanji's Agnipath, which is dedicated to all of you. What this poem says is, staying focused with dedication on your path is the biggest reward. It's not the success that you achieve at the end of it, but staying on your course is what gets you the award. हम न थकेंगे कभी, हम न रुकेंगे कभी, हम न मुड़ेंगे कभी. हम न थकेंगे कभी, हम न रुकेंगे कभी, हम न मुड़ेंगे कभी. हमने ली है शपथ, हमने ली ये शपथ, पार करेंगे ये भी पथ, पार करेंगे ये भी पथ, जो भी हो पथ. पार करेंगे ये भी पथ, जो भी हो पथ, चाहे वो हो अग्निपथ, चाहे वो हो Agnipath. So what this means is, once you have charted the course for your mission, never get tired, na rukenge, don't stop, hum na mudenge, no turning back, humne li hai shapath, take that oath, par karenge jo bhi ho path, whatever be the difficulty, even if it is Agnipath, fire path ho to bhi. Staying on course with dedication is what leads to the reward, and that's what lead. You may hand over your work to your relay to the next set. So don't look for the goal of success, but staying on path is what gets you, and that's what our team is rewarding. And over to Kavita for announcing the next set of winners. So the next set starts with SMART, where science meets art. The aim of the competition is to visualize science concepts and make the students think out of the box to enhance their creativity and understanding of the subject. This year, the students were given the task to create board games based on concepts in science and math. The judges evaluated each artwork for its conceptual clarity, accuracy, creativity, and originality, along with visual impact and scalability. I think that's what our professor, our doctor, and mentors have said. Scale your ideas, create products, and that's what we have achieved. Over to you, Kavita.
So the category of awards now is SMART, and the consolation prize goes to P. Dikshita and S. Bhavisha of class 8th from Chipotle School, Madhuranagar, Hyderabad. Their topic is Cell Voyage, the journey inside the life. And the next consolation prize goes to Tanush Ghe of 8th class, Ayansh Gupta of 8th class, from the school, the Heritage School, Rohini, New Delhi. And the topic is photosynthesis, the game of growth. Next is runner-up 2, Karthik Chaudhary of class 7th. From school Scottish High International, Gurgaon, Haryana. The topic is immunity wars. And the runner-up 1 is Mohammad Aizan Khan, class 7, School Tagore International, Vasant Vihar, New Delhi. And the topic is Code Red Lab Breakout. And the winner is Gauri Sharma and Renu Pillai of class 9 from School Freedom International, Bengaluru, Karnataka. The topic is Infecto Quest.
Wow, fantastic. I think KVRSS should commercialize these board games. We would like to all buy these. Dr. Ratna, that's idea for you. You should commercialize these games, Mr. Shastri, and make them available on Amazon, or we would surely like to buy these because they are extremely innovative, and I think we want to bring back the culture of board games to our families. So the next set. I request the team to please stay back on stage for giving the next set of, and to all the awardees, many more are getting announced. Please do stay back in the auditorium. We would call you for a group photograph at the end of the event. The next set is the Spark Innovation Awards. This event is organized to stimulate the young minds and give shape to their creative and scientific ideas. Over 200 projects were received, of which 40 projects were selected for the final presentations, 10 projects each from the streams of physics, chemistry, biology, and math. A winner and runner-up team for each category were selected for awards. I call upon Kavita to announce the winners.
So the category now is Ganitam Math. The consolation prize goes to Harsimar Dargan, School Scottish International. Topic is a game. Is he there? Yeah. A game theoretic analysis and novel solution for India's JEE counseling system. And the next consolation prize goes to Vibha Maineni, Arigela Srivatsankita, Divvala Riya of class 9, Bharati Vidya Bhavan School, Atmakuri, Ramarao. And the topic is B3, Brains Before Bulbs. And the guide teacher is Miss MVS Narasamba.
Wow.
And the runner-up prize goes to Aditya Chautani, Akshat Hatwal, and Nidhi Bardhan of class 11, Tagore International School, Vasant Vihar. They are not here. So the winners are Anubhav Mukherjee, Shubham Gui, Aditya Nandi of class 11 from School Vivekananda Mission School, Joka, Kolkata. The topic is Dynamic Traffic Analysis, merging video-inspired concepts with the mean value theorem. And the guide teacher is Mr. Soumya Bhatta. And the next category is Bhautikam, Physics. The consolation prize goes to Agamjot Kaur and Ankita Sharma of class 7 and 8 from Tagore International School, Vasant Vihar, Delhi. They didn't come. So the next consolation prize goes to Gohar Singh of class 8, Tagore International School, Vasant Vihar. Even she didn't come. So the next runner-up is Divij Sharma and Prerit Amin of class 9th from school Anand Vidya Vihar, Vadodara, Gujarat. The topic is Grow Light and the guide teacher is Miss Nasla AA. And the winner is Medhansh Kumar of class 11, Bluebells International School, Kailash, New Delhi. And the topic is Gas Reserve Nirnayak, Inspectron System. And the guide teacher is Miss Neeru Bhushan. The next category is Jeevanam Biology. The consolation prize goes to Subhaditya Sundar Ray of class 8 from school DAV Public School, Bhuvaneshwar. The topic is Caesar Alert. Guide teacher is Mr. Jyoti Ranjan Mohanty.
Friends, before we go to the next set of awards, we want to honor our chief guest for the evening. Before she leaves for another engagement, we would request our special guest, Professor Anuradha Jonalgada, to kindly come on stage and accept a token of our appreciation. We invite our President, huge round of applause. This beautiful venue is also courtesy our chief guest. Thank you, Dr. Anuradha. Kavita, we can continue with the next set.
The next consolation in the Jeevanam category goes to Kona Venkat Sai Deepansh, Likhit Kishore Terli, Dosapati Sai Tulyasri of 8th class from Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan's Atmakuri Ramarao School, Hyderabad. The topic is Green Eye, Autonomous Plant Disease Detection Rover for Substantial Crop Management. And the guide teacher is Miss Ratnaveni Veludandi. And the runner-up prize goes to Anvesha Gaur Riza and Riza Qureshi of 10th class from Uttam School of Girls, Ghaziabad, Uttar Pradesh. Topic is Miraka and the guide teacher is Miss Yamini Gupta. And the winner is Avni Dwivedi, Scottish High International School, Gurgaon, Haryana. The topic is school roof and the guide teacher is Miss Akanksha Yadav. And the next set of awards are Rasayanam Chemistry. The consolation prize goes to Inayat Kaur Bedi and Neelakshi Gupta of class 9th. Springdale Senior School, Amritsar, Punjab. The topic is from fabric to fiber. And the guide teacher is Miss Akriti. And the next consolation prize goes to A. Kaushik Kumar, B. Paramasivan, B. Jitesh Reddy of class 9th, Atomic Energy Central School, Hyderabad. The topic is IoT based smart alcohol detection and engine lock system. The guide teacher is Mr. Santosh Kumar Badarpu. And the runner-up prize goes to Kavish Patra of class 7, Cambridge School, Srinivasapuri, New Delhi. The topic is role of nanoparticles in protecting our cultural heritage. And the guide teacher is Miss Divya Chawla. And the winners are Tumma Sansita and Shriya Vidya Shankar of class 9th, Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan's Atmakuru Ramarao School. Topic is Sip, Save, Style, Reinventing Milk Packets for Sustainable Living. The guide teacher is Miss S. Sri Lakshmi.
Congratulations to all the winners. Congratulations to all the winners, and please do stay back. We have the last set on the research awards, but I think it's phenomenal. The students who got the awards are just class 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. They are just not problem detectors, they are problem solvers. Very much unlike us, we are only cribbing about problems, but these kids have also found solutions, developed solutions. I think a huge round. It shouldn't be a weak applause, guys. Let it be a loud, loud, loud applause for all of you. I think please sustain this problem-solving approach even when you grow up. Okay, don't become like us to just be the problem complainers. You all have found, right from culture, heritage, biology, they have found solutions for almost everything, include alcohol and smart lock. Not many may like it, but it's a great solution. So fantastic, huge round of applause. The next set is our research awards, started in 2001 for students of the erstwhile Andhra Pradesh. KVRSS awards have grown into a flagship pan-India competition encouraging research, In basic sciences, initially launched in chemistry, the awards are now given in physics, biology, and mathematics too, to students under 30 for outstanding PhD research. Can we have the names, please?
The first category in the research awards is Ganitam Maths. The runner-up 2 goes to Arghya Chongdar, Indian Statistical Institute of Technology, Bengaluru, Karnataka. Project title is a minimal completion theorem and almost everywhere equivalence of completely positive maps. The supervisor is Dr. B.V. Rajarama Bhatt. And the runner-up 1 is Somak Nag, University of Hyderabad. Project title is Asymptomatic Behavior of an Age-Structured SIS Model with Nonlinear Force of Infection. The supervisor is Professor Suman Kumar Tumuluri. And the winner is Supriyo Jana from Indian Institute of Technology, Chennai. The project title is Dynamics and Integrability of Polynomial Vectors Fields on the N-Dimension Sphere. And the supervisor is Dr. Somen Sarkar. And the next category is Bhautikam Physics. The runner-up 2 award goes to Payal Priyadarshini Pradhan from National Institute of Technology, Warangal. The project title is Development of Novel, Stable, Efficient and Unclonable Nanoscale Luminescent Ink for Advanced Anti-Counterfeiting Applications. And the supervisor is Professor D. Harnath. The runner-up 1 is Anindita Karmakar. The college will receive the award as the awarded income. She is from Saha Institute of Nuclear Physics, Kolkata. And the winner is Gaurav Dwari from Tata Institute of Fundamental Research, Mumbai, Maharashtra. He also didn't come. So we'll go to the next set of awards. That's Jeevanam Biology. The runner-up 2 is Jayanti Kumari from Indian Institute of Science, Bengaluru, Karnataka. The project title is Distinct Filament Morphology and Membrane Tethering Features of the Dual FTSZ Paralogs in Ordinary Carciota. The supervisor is Dr. Saravanan Palani. The runner-up 1 goes to Achyutam V. Durga Prasad Hota. Institute is Karnataka University, Dharwad. The project title is Reproductive Stress Response in Male Black Molly Poecilia Spinops. Evidence for receptor-specific regulation by GABA. And the supervisor is Dr. C.B. Ganesh. And the winner is Simran Rawal from Tata Institute of Fundamental Research, Hyderabad. The project title is Edge Curvature Drives Endoplasmic Reticulum Reorganization and Dictates Epithelial Migration Mode. The supervisor is Dr. Tamal Das. The next and the last category of awards is Rasayanam Chemistry. The runner-up 2 is S. Revati from University College of Science, Usmania University, Hyderabad. The project title is Sustainable Forensic Drug Analysis. Magnetic nanoparticle based extraction from edible matrices and analytical detection using RP-HPLC LCMS with green and white comparative study. And the supervisor is Dr. P. Murlidhar Reddy. And the runner-up one is Manojit Roy from Indian Institute of Science, Education and Research, Mohali, Punjab. The project title is Consecutive Multiphoton Mediated Defluorinative Amination of Fluoroarenes. Supervisor is Dr. Debashish Adhikari. And the last award, the winner in Rasayanam Chemistry is Deepak Kumar Patel from Indian Institute of Technology, Madras, Chennai. The project title is Macro Polyhedral Syn B18H22, the forgotten isomer. Supervisor is Professor Sundar Gopal and Professor Talapil Pradeep.
Thank you, Dr. Ratna and Professor Radhakrishnan. And I think we should compliment the society for getting so many people across the country to apply and for the evaluation and for awarding. Attending the function and your valuable time invested in them, so many hours. I think we should quantify the hours the society has spent on each of them. It's beautiful, and the ingestation we have done, and also all of them are patent worthy researches. I think we should follow up also, Dr. Ratna, on how they shape up in future, and each seems to be a patent worthy kind of study they have done. We should follow up their prognosis and where they get to. They might be award winners or patents in future. Thank you. Hearty congratulations to all the awardees, and also wanted to add that the research finalists will also get a certificate for being the top 10 contenders for the awards. So please wait to collect the certificates from our volunteers after the program. And friends, also just wanted to give you a quick roundup of the activities that went through this morning to leverage the time and presence of our distinguished scientific fraternity. We organized lab visits for the awardee students and about 100 students from various participating schools. The students also had a stimulating and interactive session with our esteemed guests, Professor Radhakrishnan and Dr. Sridhar Rao. So thank you so much for your enriching experience. Thank you, Dr. Sridhar Rao. Yes. Coming up, but we would like to announce the 4 that were chosen. Friends, while we get the names, we request our KVRSS committee members to release the annual report for 2025-26. The report showcases the key activities for the year and the impact it made on society. We request our President, Vice President, and Secretary to please join us to release the annual report. You can collect your personal copy from our volunteers after the event. Can we have the annual report for release? Dr. Ratna, can we have the release of the annual report? Professor Radhakrishnan also, please join on stage. Please remember to collect your personal copy outside, and not many organizations or NGOs release an annual report so diligently, and we can see the hand of the chartered accountant, Mr. Shastri, behind that. So thank you. It speaks of transparency, it speaks of sharing your work with the broader body. So thank you. Thank you for that. So we have the top 4 projects that were selected. I request Ratna to announce.
A big congratulations to all the awardees. Today morning we had a session of all these awardees from Spark and Smart displaying their projects once again. This was actually meant to scale it up to the next level or create a prototype or a pilot scale project. So we had a team of judges selecting this, and they have actually selected 4 projects, which will just announce the names, and further you will be needing, we will give you instructions as to how to go about it regarding giving the project report to us, and then how the funding will be taken forward. So each project will be getting to a maximum of 25,000. So we will announce these names. Please come on stage so that the next process will be taken forward after this event. So Divij Sharma and Prerit Amin. Grow Light. Subhaditya Sundar Ray. Seizure Alert. Then we have Kaushik Kumar, Paramasivan and Jitesh Reddy. Tanush Ghel and Gupta. This is just the beginning. You will give us the proper reports and the way forward before you receive your fund.
Thank you, Dr. Ratna, and congratulations. I think there's more investment coming in all of you, and we can see, definitely you can market it to CV Anand for the engine lock system. He will be ready to invest. Traffic Police of Hyderabad. And all our life savings, seizure alert is such a beautiful, thank you. And we request all awardees to please stay back for the group photograph at the end after we are done with the vote of thanks. So friends, on a closing note, just before we formally conclude, I just want to sign off, leaving you with the list of top 2 achievements by India's own brilliant scientific minds. And these are just from the past 2 months, just June and July 2026. You can imagine how we can extrapolate this given our capabilities and what we have seen now. I would like you to give a loud, continuous, and thunderous applause when I announce this, please. These are no small, mean announcements. So what we have seen so far is the cake of achievements. I now want to share the icing on the cake. The icing on the cake is India wins 4 gold medals in International Chemistry Olympiad held at Tashkent, Uzbekistan. It should be loud, please. As loud. Now here comes the cherry on the icing. The cherry on the icing is at Columbia, USA. India wins 5 gold medals at International Physics Olympiad, including being the joint winner for world number 1. I think the applause should go continuous. So aren't we finding our own Nobel laureates? This is the pipeline for finding our own laureates. And should we not expect more with mentors like KVRSS? Yeah. A big round of applause to all of you. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. I would like to thank Ratna and Shastri for inviting me and allowing me to be a part of this beautiful event. I enjoyed presenting as much, and I hope you people enjoyed listening to me. Thank you so much, and hope to be associated with the society for years to come. I invite KVRSS team to propose the formal vote of thanks.
Thank you, ma'am. Good evening, everyone. Before I proceed with vote of thanks, a gentle reminder to the research scholar finalists, other than the awardees, to kindly collect certificate of merit from the help desk. For 26 years, KVRSS has proudly served as a beacon for scientific inquiry, nurturing young minds from school to university levels. As we celebrate our annual day, we reaffirm our commitment to ignite the potential of future scientists. KVRSS takes immense pride in recognizing and rewarding outstanding students who showcase exceptional dedication and talent in science. On behalf of all the members of Dr. K.V. Rao Scientific Society, I extend our heartfelt gratitude to the honorable dignitaries, eminent scientists, and guests for joining us today and making this 26th annual day function a memorable success. We are grateful to our chief guest, Professor Anuradha Jonnalagadda, for gracing the occasion and motivating students with her words of encouragement and valuable insights. Special thanks to the students from Department of Dance, University of Hyderabad, for beautifully depicting fusion of science concept and art, which added vibrancy to today's celebration. We extend our sincere appreciation to Professor T.P. Radhakrishnan Garu, Dr. Anil Kumar, and their students for their seamless arrangements and support. We thank the research labs who have hosted school students and gave them an exposure to explore science. Thanks to the support staff of School of Life Sciences Auditorium as well. Our sincere thanks to the Executive Committee and Technical Committee members of KVRSS for their continued guidance and support, which provide direction to all our activities. We deeply appreciate the invaluable contributions of our panel of judges whose expertise and careful evaluation help us identify and honor deserving students year after year. A special word of appreciation goes to all our dear school students and research scholars. Your curiosity, innovation, and scientific spirit are the driving force behind KVRSS. We are delighted that many of you actively participated in the morning sessions through project presentations, laboratory visits, and interaction with scientists. Our heartfelt thanks also goes to the parents, teachers, and the managements of Chipotle School, Sherwood Public School, Little Flower School, Nalanda School, and Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan's Atmakuri Ramarao School for encouraging and permitting their students to participate in this enriching experience. Our heartfelt gratitude to our institutional and individual donors whose generous support sustains our mission of promoting science. We congratulate all the awardees on their well-deserved recognition and extend our best wishes to every participant for success in their future endeavors. Our thanks to the computer Ms. Padma Rangan for conducting the program so gracefully. Thank you, ma'am. A big round of applause to ma'am. And our special thanks to Mr. Karthik and his team for capturing the memorable moments of today's celebration. Thanks to the audience and the media for their support. Finally, a special word of gratitude to the entire KVRSS team, without whom this celebration of 26 years would not have been possible. Thank you, one and all. So we request all awardees to gather on stage for a group photo with the guests. Others may please proceed for tea and snacks outside the auditorium. Kindly collect your copy of annual report from the help desk. Thanks a lot. Jai Hind.